Hi boys and girls, today we are going to be working on our place value some more by identifying number relationships in a standard number. So we are going to be focusing on this right here, which you talked about in Mrs. Coyne's class, and it's the 10 times rule. So if you remember, when we are looking for something that is following our 10 times rule in a standard number, we know we have to look for numbers that are the same and right beside each other. Let me erase that so you can read it a little better. So we have a number over here, and we'll see if it has any numbers that follow our 10 times rule. So we have 1,330. So if I'm looking for something that follows our 10 times rule, we know that the number has to be the same and right beside one another. So let's take a look at this number. I see that the 3, there are 2 3s, and they are right beside one another. So this part of our number follows the 10 times rule. So we can identify that this relationship is this 3 is 10 times this 3. And we can check it by actually doing multiplication. So if you have your place value chart, you can use it by writing this number in your chart and then thinking, what place value is this 3 in? I'll give you a little bit of think time. And it is in the hundreds place. So this represents 300. Now let's look at the second 3. It's right next to that hundreds place. If you have your chart, go ahead and use it. If you're just using your memory bank, take some time to think about it. What does this 3 represent, or what place is this 3 in? And this is in our tens, so it has a 3 in our tens, which means there are 3 tens, or it represents 30. So now we have to check to see if this follows our 10 times rule by using multiplication. So we will take the smaller number and times it by 10. And if this truly is our 10 times rule, we will find that 30 times 10 will equal 300. So let's take a look. Ooh, this number seems so big and so difficult, but I know you guys know a rule when we're multiplying numbers by 10. So if you remember, the first step is to take the number we are multiplying and put it right over in our answer. I'm going to give you a second to think. You might already know the next step, so I'll give you some think time. All right, now if you thought about it, you would know we are going to take the 0 from our 10 and add it to the end. So 30 times 10 equals 300. So in fact, this did follow our 10 times rule. So I'm going to go ahead and erase some of this. And while I'm erasing, I think we'll take a break and actually practice some of the multiplication by 10 or by 100, just to review that so that we can check our 10 times rule. Do 300 times 10, 50 times 10, and we'll do we'll do 10,000 times 10. Now when I pushed in to Mrs. Coin's class. I was blown away with you guys and your ability to find the product or the answer to these multiplication equations, because I look at them and I'm like, whoa, those are so big. Those numbers are really, really large. However, you guys were fearless and you used your strategies to figure out the answer. So let's review them before we move on. So just like our last problem, we always are going to take the number we are multiplying and write that first. So I'm going to take that 300 and write it in my answer. Then I look at the number it's being multiplied by and look at how many zeros there are. I see 1 0, so I'm going to add that to the end. So I know my answer to this is 300 times 10 equals 3,000. Let's do the same for our next one. Take my problem or number we're multiplying, put it in our answer or our product. Now we have to look at the number we're multiplying by. It is our 10, which has 1 0, and we'll tack it on at the end. So 50 times 10 is 500. All right, here's the big one. I think you guys can do it on your own. I'm going to give you some think time. Try it on your own, and then I will give you the answer in a moment. So on a piece of scratch paper, or if you have a whiteboard around, go ahead and try to solve this one. Maybe you can even do it in your head. All right, let's see if you guys were right. So again, our first step is move the number we are multiplying by to our answer or our product. So I'm going to write this number right here. I did not put my comma because I know I'm going to be adding zeros, which will change where we're putting our comma. And we're going to look. There's only 1 0 in our 10, so we're going to tack it on right there at the end. And we'll count over 3. 1, 2, 3. And we know that our answer is 100,000. So great work, you guys. Let's practice our 10 times rule one more time now that we reviewed multiplying using our tens or hundreds. Okay, I'm going to write another number. I'm going to change that actually. Mess that one up. We have 1,552. We will check to see if this is following the 10 times rule. So let's look to see if it follows the criteria. Is this, or do you see any numbers that are the same? Okay, I see 2 5s, only 1 1 and 1 2. They also have to be right beside one another. So I see these 5s are right beside one another. So it must be following our 10 times rule. But let's double check ourselves. If you have your chart, go ahead and write 1,552 to find out what does that 5 represent. We're looking at the first 5. And if you used your chart, you could find out that that first 5 represents 500. We'll look at the number right next to it. You might already know what place value this represents, but if not, take a look at your chart. All right, if you looked at your chart or if you just knew from using your memory bank, we know that this 5 represents 50. So we take that smaller number to check, and we will see if it truly is 10 times by multiplying it by 10. So I want you to try to solve this one in your, either in your head, on scratch paper, or if you have a whiteboard available. And then I will tell you what I get in just a second. We'll give you some think time. Remembering that if this is following our 10 times rule, that 50 should equal 500 when we multiply it by 10, sorry. All right, so go ahead and you can listen to Ms. Johnson. So I'll move my 50 over and look at what it's being multiplied by. I see it only has 1 0. Tack that 0 on, and it is 500. So it does follow our 10 times rule. All right, awesome job, guys. I do have a Google form for you to fill out. So after you are done watching this video, make sure you go to my Google form, and I have a few questions we're going to answer just to let Ms. Johnson know how you are feeling with our 10 times rule. All right, have an awesome day.